Okay, what's going on, beautiful people? So, a little bit earlier than I was planning to. There's been a time zone change, so I'm in Atlantic Standard Time. And anyways, we'll get started. So today I want to talk to you about the 3 steps to build a house buying machine, not a hustle. Now, this is huge because this is one of the core beliefs that I truly have when we're looking into actually building a real estate investor business. Now, I don't care if you are a wholesaler, if you are a rehabber, a landlord, or a creative finance investor. The money is made on the buy, the money, the money's made on the buy, right? And so today I'm going to share with you the 3 absolute non-negotiable principles that you must follow to really build a house buying machine and not being, essentially a hustle. All right. So I'm going to share my screen real quick. So I'm using StreamYard, and you guys can leave me a comment down below if you're watching this live. If you're watching this on a replay, make sure to put a hashtag replay. And with that said, just want to go through these key essential points that are essentially the foundation for a house buying machine. The first one, we're going to keep this really short and sweet. The first one is only talking to true motivated seller leads that are off market and that are exclusive, right? Now, I can hear some of the naysayers, hey, Joel, well, there's some on markets being done, some deals being done. Sure. At the same time, why not exhaust off market and exclusive deals and only talk with true motivated seller leads? I want you to really focus on people that have intent now because we're trying to get paid now, right? And so this is done via both free methods and paid methods, right? So I'm a big fan of inbound lead generation, which is where people go into search engines, right? And they have intent to sell now. And so that is the type of sellers that I rather speak to. In the other hand, there's also collaboration, right? So if somebody has no budget, but they do have time, right, then I want them to collaborate. So 2022 is here to stay, obviously, right? We are in the era of collaboration. So, if you can become what I call the Trojan horse, the dispositions arm for acquisition wholesalers and or help real estate agents that have either pocket listings or listed properties that are just sitting stagnant, that is the first way to kind of get paid. And we pay every month probably anywhere between 15 to 20K on JV fees just because somebody ends up having a better buyer than what we do. And so I want you to stop being a pest. I want you to focus on true motivated seller leads, primarily off market, right, and exclusive, and then work your way towards on market, where essentially you want to focus on people that have exhausted their options, right? That have been listed for the longest time or have expired. But if you want to talk with true motivated seller leads that have intent now, you need to figure out your inbound lead generation. Obviously, we help our clients with that by providing viable, guaranteed paper lead generation plus automated contact to close systems, and then teach them how to run their own inbound lead gen so they optimize their costs over time. Okay. Now, with that said, automate, delegate as much as humanly possible. What do I mean by that? Do not confuse a contact or a prospect with a lead, right? So when we get a seller that has shown some interest and that they have raised their hand and they said, I may be interested in selling the property, we first put them in the contact bucket. That's the contact bucket, meaning we're trying to reach them to really start that relationship if we don't, answer it live for whatever reason. And this has to be something that is non-negotiable and that is automated because with carrier filters, with all sorts of stuff. Hey, thanks, bro. I appreciate it. Yeah, new setup. Um, with carrier filters, with technology here, it's so easy to plug in, 5, 6, 7 forms. You have to have an automated system that follows up relentlessly on top of your own follow up, or have some sort of delegated phone team, plugged in phone team into your business that gets you going, that gets you that contact rate of new leads, because a lead paid, right, is a deal that needs to be made, right? And so you want to automate and delegate daily as much as humanly possible. Okay, so you can literally start with something as simple as just writing down in your agenda, right, or your planner, writing down the activities. But I will tell you from experience, the first thing you want to automate is that reach out of new contacts, building that relationship. Um, and also the nurture, right? You can nurture via voice message, you can nurture via text message, email. You need to do that because if you don't, your competition is, okay? And then the third one is get paid always. It still baffles me how a lot of times, I see folks that are grinding it out, working without getting compensated for their time, and they're just focusing on the wrong efforts. Okay. So, what that said is always have an objective in mind and a KPI to track, meaning, so if, for example, you're seeing that you're putting effort is just simply not working, it's not something that is yielding revenue, then stop doing it. You need to redesign and readdress what you're doing because we all have groceries to pick up, right? So I urge you guys and gals to really only focus on true motivated settler leads that have intent now to sell, not later, not 3 months from now, but now, and also to automate and delegate with technology what the contact reach out is so that those leads get converted as soon as possible. And if you're seeing that you're just simply not getting any revenue, you're not getting any results, then that's a huge red flag, right? That's a huge red flag. You might be feeling overwhelmed. You might be feeling like, hey, I don't get it. And that's okay. I know there's a lot of information out there, but I want to urge you to, really look back at your efforts and double down on what has yielded revenue for sure. So these are the three non-negotiables. This was a quick live just to add some value here to the group and on the channel. So if you guys have further questions, make sure that you check us out at wififlips.com. We have a free training. And if you want to get our help implementing these same principles, plug and play, and just fast track the results, we have a 5 month fast track program. It's limited to 5 people per month, and most of our members come in $0 out of pocket so they can keep that money for their house buying business, their lead generation, and essentially make money as they progress. So with that said, take care and God bless.